Hey friends, Cowboy Joe Boo here with the Joe Boo Report. We're going to check in with First Take because we know Stephen A. Smith.
Tony Romo goes down, don't you worry. Big Jerry has you covered. Cowboys update on their quarterback situation.
There's a Cowboy item in the show?
Yeah.
Damn it!
It's news.
Stephen A. Smith.
And Romo goes down, and Romo is still down on his back.
He's in trouble. Maybe still on the Cowboys.
Last year, the Cowboys went 1-11 without Tony Romo, but Jerry Jones told the Fort Worth Star-Telegram he's feeling confident in his backup quarterback situation this season after seeing Sunday night scrimmage. So let me explain. Bold 2015 undrafted free agent Jameill Showers and 2016 fourth-round pick Dak Prescott took the field. Stephen A's already laughing. And Jerry was impressed. He had a change of heart regarding the need to bolster the quarterback depth. So, Jerry, he's all good. Why are you already laughing?
Because Jerry Jones has just allowed me to take back my position on the Cowboys. They will not win the NFC East just because of stuff like that. He never lets me down. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. The Dallas Cowboys
really
last year.
matter, though,
Tony Romo, Matt
Tell you the other day, Stephen A.
Kellen Moore, Brandon Whedon. They had all of these quarterbacks. Now because of Dak Prescott, what's the other dude's name? I didn't even remember the name. Who?
Jameill Showers.
Oh, Jameill what? What's
Showers.
Oh, Showers. Get ready for the showers. You're a Cowboy. These are the things that happen. It's unbelievable.
They do make it rain.
Listen, they make it rain in so many different ways. They are the Dallas Cowboys. They will find a way. We have not played a preseason game yet. They played this Saturday against Mr. Hard Knocks himself, the Los Angeles Rams, led by Jeff Fisher, who is the epitome of the American dream, still a head coach in the NFL for God knows why. It's unbelievable. When I think about the Dallas Cowboys, I just say to myself, this is hilarious. A preseason game has not been played. And Jerry Jones is sitting there talking about backup quarterbacks. Well, first of all, you talk about backup quarterbacks as if you're going to need them, which means you're anticipating something's going to happen to Tony Romo. That's point number one. Point number two, you're talking about them because you want everybody else to sort of swell with their confidence level about your backups. If Tony Romo goes down this time, fret not, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be just fine because we're the Dallas Cowboys. It's an absolute joke. It's hilarious. But Jerry Jones, I appreciate him so much because this is the hype machine that he is. Tricked me again into talking about the Cowboys because he found a way to make them news, make them relevant, and I get it. All right? Congratulations to you. You pull it off every time I think about having a show without having to talk about the damn Cowboys. You say or do something that makes me laugh, makes me want to cry, makes me want to throw up. Whatever way you want to slice it. In the end, what it comes down to is this. Clearly, Jerry Jones is sitting there and trying to prepare the Dallas Cowboy fan base for things falling apart in some way. And why? Because it usually does. You'll learn, Max, to say it with me. They are an accident waiting to happen. It is inevitable. And I should say the first thing, there are other things that happen. There are other things that happen. But the latest situation involving the potential of an accident, he just showed me yet again. Jerry Jones never lets me down. The only thing bad about the segment is that Darren Woodson isn't here so I can laugh in his face. That's the only thing that's bad about this, because I would laugh right in his face because it's a given. This is who the Cowboys are. This is what they do. That's your backup. What's it?
Showers.
Jameill Showers and Dak Prescott.
Jameill Showers.
Dak Prescott is good. He'll be good down the road. He just needs to get away from the Cowboys because we all know that they're like a virus. They contaminate you. You can't get rid of anything. You just need to get away from the Dallas Cowboys. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
This is the problem with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. He owns the team, so it's a, shiny toy, then he gets to be the GM. And even as he's ceded control to Stephen Jones, who's a better GM than Jerry, that's pure nepotism. Who says Stephen Jones is a good GM? He's just better than Jerry. And Jerry Jones could look at his track record, or at least look at the rosters that he's put together, obviously with help, but while he's been, the titular GM, and say, well, look, that looks pretty good. Oh, we got unlucky with injuries. But it's not really about luck. It's about the fact that he's taking injury-prone players. It's about the fact that when you know your quarterback is unlikely to make it through a season, you have to have a backup plan. I mentioned as Stephen Jones has taken more control of the team in recent years, they've done some smart things, Stephen A. Like, for example, when Johnny Manziel was available in the draft. Don't tell me Jerry Jones wasn't drooling to take Johnny Manziel, but they wound up taking, I think it was an offensive lineman that year. Anyway, 3 out of 4 drafts, they spent their first-round pick on an O-lineman. And eventually, you know, you turn around, you're like, damn, Dallas had a good O-line.
Yeah.
And
It was either Zach Martin or Travis. I forgot which.
I may have been Zach Martin that year.
My bad.
I think it was that year after Zach Martin. But the point is, suddenly you look at Dallas Cowboys, you go, wow, they got some skills positions, guys, and they got an offensive line.
Yep.
And if they could get their defense together, beginning of last season, I remember thinking they could be a Super Bowl contender, but then the quarterback got hurt like he was likely to do, and there didn't seem to be a backup plan. The Dallas Cowboys problem is that the owner won't fire the GM, and he's the GM.
Well, he won't fire the GM, but it's also the fact that he pushes away football people, the Jimmy Johnsons of the world, and people like that who are gone. This is what he does, and it's fine. And now let me get personal for a second, because, you know, I just got a text from one of my boys, Pete Whitfield, I went to college with, and then you got a bunch of other people that, listen.
Cowboys fans?
That's the bad part about my life, because I don't hate the Cowboys because of the players. I hate the Cowboys because of their fan base. I think it's the worst fan base in American history. I think they're delusional. They can go 1-15 and wake up like, we gonna be all right, ain't no problem. And I'm surrounded with a bevy, a crew of dudes that I grew up with or went to school with that are all Cowboy fans.
Ain't that the worst?
You know, I mean, it's just...
You go to, like, Jersey and half the block is Cowboys fans?
It's ridiculous. My man Mark Turner. You know, Allen Iverson quietly says stuff about them all the time. I mean, it's gotten to the point where even my man Denzel Watson, I found out he's a Cowboy fan when his son came in here. This is just a bad experience for me. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Here's what I've decided to do. I've come up with a mechanism, a foolproof mechanism to shut all of Cowboy Nation up for the season.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Because we all know that the Dallas Cowboys will find a way to lose because they have Jerry Jones. We all know this, okay? I'm going to start mentioning Cowboy fans by name. If they keep messing with me, I want Cowboy, put the camera back on me right now, please. I want the Dallas Cowboy Nation to know, whether it's radio, whether it's television, whether it's my crew of dudes from college or even from childhood or my man Denzel, I don't care who it is. I am going to start calling Dallas Cowboy fans out by name. Whoever gets on my last damn nerves with these Cowboys and their good, non-productive selves.
So you want to be trolled by every Cowboys fan in the country?
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones I know. I'm talking about the ones that I know personally. I'm trying to tell you right now, they go about the business of making my life miserable, and then when the Dallas Cowboys lose, you can't find them. They disappear. They go into hibernation for a few days, and then they come out of the wilderness, and then they start talking about, well, we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right, Stephen A. You'll see. I'm tired of it, and I'm targeting Cowboy fans from this point forward. They are mediocre. They should not be representative. We're watching the Olympics, aren't we? Are we enjoying? You know, some of us are enjoying the Olympics out there. We're obviously very patriotic. We're rooting for America. And then we come back to the States, at least mentally, and we find out that America's team is a walking piece of mediocrity. They make me sick. I can't stand Cowboy fans.
Again,
they're the worst.
Once again, Jerry Jones will give them a product that will give them enough reason to have hope, because they will say behind that offensive line, now we got Ezekiel Elliott, we got Des Bryant, Jason Witten, Tony Romo. Those are stars. That's a star-studded team that you're fielding on offense. The problem is Tony Romo's likely to get hurt. Des Bryant's coming off an injury. Jason Witten's another player.
That's right.
I gotta leave you guys with a quote here. Just last season, remember Jerry Jones said this? Brandon Weeden, he's a thing of beauty throwing the football. Yeah. Frankly, you won't see a more gifted passer.
See, hold on. Let me borrow this right here. This is because, Molly, you read it wrong. Let me do this for you. Let me do this. Let me tell you how you should have read it.
Tell me.
This is me reading something that Jerry Jones said. Brandon Weeden is a thing of beauty throwing the football. Frankly, you won't see a more gifted passer. That's a quote from Jerry Jones. If there was ever a reason
to
ignore,
skit.
Thank you. If there was ever a reason to ignore Jerry Jones and anything he says, unless you're looking for laughter, that is it. Brandon.
The most gifted passer.
It's a little suspect.
Let's go.
A little suspect.
Let's move
Not
on.
Dan
Listen,
Marino.
you're the one
Let's
going
move
to
Nice
the
to
game
know
with
Stephen
Derek.
A. Smith is ready for the season, as am I. Stephen A. Smith, you will be eating crow. Mark my words, you will eat crow. And friends, thanks for watching, and be sure to click over here, right there. Click subscribe, so that way you can get more of the Joe Boo Report. I'm Cowboy Joe Boo.